Well, that wasn't much fun, but all the credit in the world goes to Indiana. They were they're really good. They look like a team that had 5 days off and prepared for us. We look like a team who had been 19 straight days without a day off. And you can't miss 14 free throws. You can't miss 13 layups and be a good team. And especially one that has arguably one of the best players in the country. A lot of lessons to be learned in this one. We weren't very assignment sound on the defensive side. They bothered us. Nobody's bothered us running offense, and we just, again, I'm not going to make excuses. They were tougher. They were better. They deserve all the credit.
Questions, Doug?
35 for Trace Jackson Davis, 54 points in the paint from Indiana. Was there discussion about changing anything defensively, the way you were covering him in the post?
I'm not worried about his 35. I'm worried about Geronimo's 13 when he's averaging 5. Yeah, I mean, Dane guarded him pretty good for about 3 possessions, and then we just lay behind him. And you know, we've got a double package. We actually tried it. It doesn't show that, but we tried it, and it didn't matter tonight. Guys, I'm just telling you, it was an off night, and mentally we were fatigued, and physically we were worse. And Matt's sick, so that doesn't help either.
Brad, obviously Dane hasn't gone against this caliber, but there's a couple more in the Big Ten that play like this. What can you learn from this experience?
Well, they're different.
Yeah.
This one's slippery. This one's a freak athlete. This one's the best athlete in our league, and at any position. And that's the way Dane needs to play. Dane's like that. And but yeah, I mean, you let a really good player catch, and catch in his spots, and he's a problem. But you know, we hold him to 3 threes, but it's all the, you know, the first half, second chance points. We knew what Geronimo and, you know, Renault and those. I mean, it was just wasn't there today, guys. It wasn't there.
7 assists. We've just seen you guys move the ball more than that, I guess, during this win streak. And what do you think was behind that? And then just 2 guys in double figures, which is also a little abnormal.
Yeah, it's all of what you said. What was behind it? I guess their defense and our lack of mental want to. I mean, it's we knew that they were going to pressure us, and you know, spread is unbelievable against pressure, and you got dribble entries and high post entries, and we just didn't fight very hard. And again, we looked like a team that was not in the gym tonight. That's on me.
Thank you, right.
I know it's not the outcome you wanted, but talk about the rivalry as a coach. I mean, what's it mean to coach in this type of an atmosphere?
It's what college basketball's about. Illinois, Indiana, I don't know, KU, K-State, Oklahoma State. You take it, you go right on down the list. Every school's got them. This just happens to be one that has the most outstanding high school basketball, and youth basketball in the country in those 2 states. So people grow up with it. And I have tremendous appreciation for that, and obviously you got 2 historic programs that have had a lot of success on the hardwoods.
Gary.
Michigan State had 28 points in the paint first half. Indiana tonight 30 first half, 54 in the game. Any parallels between the 2, or anything that you're seeing where you're not getting?
Who won the Michigan State game?
You guys did.
Okay. So you're going to give up something. You want to give up 3s. You want to give up 2s. Same defense we played last year. Same defense we played last year. We didn't give up 3s, and same time last year we were 13-5, just like we were going into this game. What we didn't have is 19 straight days. And I'm not going to make a mountain out of a molehill. They were great. They were great. They deserved to win the game. They whooped our butt in every category. But yeah, are there lessons to learn out of this? Absolutely.
free throw shooting hasn't been maybe a major strength this year, but I mean tonight, like 40, whatever it was, percent. Is there a way you can address that, or is it
It's
just
mental fatigue. We shoot them every day. It's mental fatigue. You can go back any year you want to look, and I'll tell you every game where we were flat mentally, and y'all look at our free throw shooting, and because that's your ability to concentrate and be focused and dialed in. And we had chances to keep it close early. We missed free throws, we missed layups. And, you know, it doesn't matter what offense you run, but you get a layup and you miss it. And then, or you get fouled and you miss free throws. You know, that to me, that's a mental toughness deal that, yeah, we gotta get better at.
Andy, probably with 19 straight days, now that you have a little bit more time between games, what's kind of the approach there when?
Well, now the NCAA makes you take 2 days off because you go so many in a row. So now we can't touch a basketball, we can't be in the gym, we can't be with our guys for 2 straight days. So we have those two coming up on Friday and Saturday, and then it's back to game prep mode. And again, this year's calendar is all messed up. It's a shorter calendar, so we've got games crammed in there, but 19 days in a row is a lot.
Just to clarify, Brad, on Matt, did you show up tonight knowing if you were going to have him tonight, or was it kind of touch and go?
He said he was going to try to go, so he tried.
I mean, just again, it doesn't look like you have another one of these stretches like this, but I mean, going through this, I mean, does that make you reevaluate maybe how you treat the maybe a 19 straight day stretch in the future?
Oh, I mean, we've done very little on the day after games, more mental approaches, but you know, and then we've tried to prepare a little bit. Our practice has been a lot shorter. I don't know, maybe I go back to my 3-hour practices and just grind them and get them tough, and I don't know. But no, we can't do that. It's, you know, it is what it is. You know, when you play every night of the week and you got to get 20 games in, it's what it is. And I'm not trying to make this an excuse. 19 days is a lot. It's probably the longest I've ever been in my career without having at least 1 day off in there. And I don't want to take anything away from Indiana, guys. They whooped our butt, and but we were due for one.
I know you want to defend without fouling, but if you look at the foul totals, no fouls on Coleman Hawkins, no fouls on Meyer. Do you want him to be more aggressive and use up a few fouls?
No, fouling is a defensive mistake. Doesn't have anything to do with those two guys are really smart. They're usually in the right position. And guys that foul are usually the ones in the wrong position. You know, and again, it's guys like Trace are really hard. Okay, the NBA has a 5-second rule, back-end rule. Okay, we don't have that in college. So you could take a guy with the ball and back him in for 20 seconds, and you can't defend him because you can't touch him until he gets inside the little hash outside the lane. So positioning is really important. I don't know how you guard some of that with, you know, I mean, you watch our league, all our league is post players. It doesn't matter if they're 6'2" or they're 7 foot. They're just backing their way into the post up because there's, you know, I asked the officials tonight, how do you guard it? Just slam bodies and slam bodies. I don't know how you guard it. So, yeah, I guess double, triple, quadruple, I don't know until you figure out how to guard it because you can't put a form on it out there.
I know yesterday you said the scheduling is unavoidable this calendar year, but is that something that needs to be looked at moving forward? Be it find a way to make these not so, not normal, but like...
That's way above my head. I mean, I think that's why we play 2 games in December, but we need to try to, you know, I mean, first semester, in my opinion, the season should start November 1. This November 6th, 8th, 9th, why not just start at November 1, built in an extra week so we can play league games earlier. But that's way above my pay grade. I'm not here to get into all that right now.
Oh, Joe, sorry.
Brad, sorry to follow this up. I just want to understand it a little bit more. 35 points, you say you don't mind that. I'm 19 field goal attempts. Can you just explain that a little bit more?
His 35 didn't beat us. He wasn't beating us by himself. You add his 5 assists. Okay, those are what hurt you. Okay, I mean, and then we didn't give him any try not to give him any threes. I mean, it's no different than we played last year. Now, his touches were way too easy. And sure, do you have to run at him some? Yeah, throw him a different bone, and we actually tried. But again, twos, it's very, very hard to score enough twos to beat you in a college game. And our problems were on the offensive side, because if we make any free throws and any layups, 35's not going to outdo you. And nobody else was really involved.
Anything else? All right.
Thank you.